Hi everyone, Felcha, welcome to this week's Wednesday here, Ceilidh, here at College in Gaelic, the Gaelic College. My name is Ben Smith, and I just finished up this past year at Cape Breton University, and now it's been great to be back at the Gaelic College, working here now, and we're in for a really great Ceilidh tonight. We got Andrea Beaton and Chiasson, and they are some of the best around, so we're in for a great time. Andrea is from Mabu, and she comes from a long line of wonderful musicians and dancers, and we're in for a treat tonight. And then Duell comes from Shetty Camp and lives in Sydney now, and he is one of the best piano players around as well. So Andrea plays the piano too, so it's pretty cool. They can go both ways, but and you dance as well too, right? Used to? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us. Feel free to make yourself at home. We got Barbie in the back there. She can help you out with any drinks that you want, and there's chips, and then over the bathrooms are just out the door to the left. So that's where those are. And make yourself at home, and we're in for a great Ceilidh. So we'll start things off with Andrea Beaton and Chiasson.
Start in B, I guess. If that's okay with you? Yeah. So, I was going to play a totally different tune to start, and I just started playing. It was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm doing this one. And it was the Glencoe March, which is, it was written by Dan R. MacDonald, and it's been very, very played in Cape Breton Island for many, many years. A good old staple tune, we'll call it. And then one of Jerry Holland's tunes, Clifford Chiasson. Any relation to you? And one of my grandfather's tunes called Father John Angus Rankin's Strathspey. And his name was Donald Angus Beaton that wrote that tune. And what did I do after that? Oh, a couple of oldies. Athol Bros, and the one after it. I think it's one of the Stewarts. Sorry, I can't remember. And then, what did I do after that? Another old one. What's his name? Oh, that one was Welcome Charlie Stewart. Oh well, I don't know what the other one was then. And then the last one was a John Campbell tune, Snappy Reel. And I love that tune. It's always been one of my favorite John Campbell tunes. So I think I'll just keep moseying along here. This is really fun, Joelle. It's been a while, and also it's been a while since I wore my snappy boots, so it's like a double whammy. Woo! All right, some jigs. We'll see what comes out. Maybe I'll start in G. Sure. nose or something. Yeah, a couple of my grandfather's tunes. The first one he wrote for his wife, my grandmother, Elizabeth. It's Elizabeth's jig. And then the second one, I think it's Andrea and Allison's jig, and that was for myself and my sister. So that must have been one of his last tunes, because she was probably only a month old or something when he died. I don't know. I better stop talking just in case I'm wrong. And then a couple of other jigs. One of them was another Dan R tune that I don't know the name of, and Fraser's jig, which is a Dan Healy McCachran tune. This is funny. It's all names. I'm just throwing out names, but the last one, I don't know the name of it, but I think it's an old Irish jig, if I'm right. And we play a lot of Irish jigs in the Cape Breton style here. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna keep moseying on. I feel like doing some rusty old A tunes now, but maybe I'll start with another march just to start ramping up. So, an A march. I think I'll do, I'll stick on the grandpa theme here, and I'll do Memories of Paddy LeBlanc.
Wasn't that awesome? Oh my god. Andrea Beaton and Chiasson. That was so good. It was awesome. Yeah, so next up we'll have Michael Kavanagh come up, and he is from Englishtown, and he is a great singer-songwriter, also plays the fiddle, and just all-around talented guy. And he's also here doing sound tonight, so it's really nice to have him, making everyone sound great, and really nice singer-songwriter as well, so we'll get to hear some nice songs from Michael Kavanagh. So I'm looking forward to that, so thanks.
How's everybody doing tonight? Great. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do a quick few tunes here for you to break it up a little bit. Start out with one of my favorite songs, Sarah McPhee song. Guy from St. Peter's, who passed away fairly recently there. Great singer-songwriter, and a really, really nice guy in general. This one's called Nova Scotia to Me. You won't find the streets paved with gold. It may not be heaven or paradise road, but it's the nearest place here that I know. 'Cause here I can sing, here I can dance, be who I want, be given the chance to love and be free, to love and be me. Nova Scotia to me. Along with the roses I know you'll find thorns, along with the rich there are poor. And no, it's not Hollywood, and no, it's not Rome, but it's the nearest place here that I know. 'Cause here I can sing, here I can dance, be who I want, be given the chance to love and be free, to love and be me. Nova Scotia to me. Sing, here I can dance, be who I want, be given the chance to love and be free, to love and be me. Nova Scotia to me. I'm around this country, I've traveled the globe, I flew and I rode the steel railway. I've been many places, I may go again, but the place where I'll be in the end is where I can sing, where I can dance, be who I want, be given the chance to love and be free, to love and be me. Nova Scotia to me, where I can sing, where I can dance, be who I want, be given the chance to love and be free, to love and be me. Nova Scotia to me. Great Cyril McPhee song there for you. I'll try a classic Celtic song here. My own rendition of it, I guess. Do a version of the Wild Mountain Thyme. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme blows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love, she were gone, I would surely find another to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will we go, lassie, go? Will we go, lassie, go? Will we go, lassie, go? Okay, very much, guys. When the waves roll on over the waters and the ocean cries, we look to a stormy sky. We look to reincarnation to explain our lives, as if a child could tell us why. And as sure as the sunrise, as sure as the sea, as sure as the wind in the trees, we rise again in the faces of our children. We rise again in the voices of our song. We rise again in the waves out on the ocean. And they will rise again. We rise again in the faces of our children. We rise again in the voices of our soul. We rise again in the waves out on the ocean. And they will rise again. And they will rise again. Hey guys, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Wasn't that so nice? Oh my god. Give it another hand for Michael Kavanagh. That was beautiful.
Sure, yeah. You got way up there somehow.
I don't know how that is. Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, do we have any visitors here? Where's everyone from? We got some. Anyone? Where's everyone from? Are they local or away or?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Wow, that's awesome. Where is it?
Mexico.
Mexico. Wow, that's all over.
New York.
New York. Nice.
Delaware.
What'd you say?
Delaware.
Delaware. Wow.
Hey, Delaware.
Yeah, another one from Delaware? 2 people from Delaware. Wow, that's all over there. So Scotland. Wow, that's really cool to see how you're here at the Gaelic College, and I hope you're having a nice trip, and I hope you're enjoying your time here. And yeah, I'm enjoying the Ceilidh tonight a lot to hear Andrea and Joelle and Michael. It's just, yeah, it's really fun for me to listen. But yeah, I'll get right into it. I'm gonna play a nice slow piece called Beautiful Ponaconi. That's an E, and then I'll go into some E jigs. Maybe start with Morrison's jig, go into a tune I think called the Clay Pipe, and then end off with Ingonish jig. So I'll try that. it's really great to see people from all over here. We also love to see where people are from online, and so feel free to tune in the comment section wherever you're listening from. And that's one of the things, you can go back on the Gaelic College Facebook and look up the Ceilidhs online. And we also really appreciate anyone who donates online and keeps them running all year around. So maybe Ryan will have a link to donate in there, but it really helps out the college a lot. And you guys just being here helps a lot too. It's really nice to play for a nice group of people. So yeah, but I should mention too, the Gaelic College has been around since 1938, and it's been thriving ever since. And lots of things that are taught here. So you can take classes in Gaelic language, fiddle, pipes, guitar, weaving, step dance, Highland dance, piano. Probably missing some other stuff, but there's lots of stuff you can learn here. We do summer camps in the summer, so like in July it's all youth, and then in August it's all adults, and then all ages. And then throughout the year we have a satellite campus down in Mabu. It's called Bain Vabu, and it's in partnership with Cape Breton University, but students can get a full Bachelor of Arts in Community Studies degree down in Mabu at our satellite campus. And by studying the culture and the music and the language, so they can all get credit for that. But that's a little bit about the Gaelic College. So there's lots going on around here, and you're here at a good time. The weather is still pretty nice, just at the end of summer. But it's I'm happy to see such a nice group of people here. But I'll go into some new tunes, not new, but more. And I'm just terrible at names, so I'm like, Andrea knows all the names, and I was like writing the names of the tunes down that I was going to play, because I would have been a wreck right now trying to...
I just need to think of a story. That's all.
No, but so I wrote some stuff down, because I was like, there's no way I'm remembering this. So, I'll start with a nice slow one called Over the Moor Among the Heather, and then I'll play one after that, going to a Straths Bay, called The Back of the Change House. And then I'll go into one called Donald McGowan, I think, and then one called The Mountain Road, and then Jackie Coleman. So those are the names of the tunes, but I'll try that. Thanks. Alrighty. Yeah.
So the first tune was one that my dad wrote. My dad is a left-handed, upside-down, backwards fiddler who grew up in Mabu. Actually, who grew up in the house that I now live in with my family, which is really fun. It's a house built by his parents, or my grandparents. And that tune was called Charles McCuspick, or Charlie McCuspick's Jig. And he was kind of a local fella here. And anyway, that tune was recorded with the one after it on one of Howie McDonald's tapes or CDs or records, or I don't know which old form of media it was, but it was a staple in our car for sure, and in our home. And and then I went into one of my own tunes called Ryan Lamey's. Ryan's a good friend from the Boston area, and the last one was a tune written by my grandfather, and it's called Over the Cabot Trail. Thought it would be a nice little bookend or family tune on the end, since we're kind of on the Cabot Trail here. And I'm going to go into, I think I'm going to play some more March Strathspey Reel stuff. Might go back to good old A. I love old A. Here we go. Maybe I'll just do a slow choice. in some oldies there. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a story that I haven't told in St. Anne's before, but it's hard to remember. I talk so much, I have no idea what I said anywhere I go. Maybe I'll tell you the Mike to the rescue story. So when I have two really really stand out in my mind moments of crossing the border to the US when I was first getting going, playing away out off the island kind of thing. And one of them was a trip to Cape Cod. Was a trip to all over kind of the east there, but anyway, that's nothing to do with what I'm going to tell you, so we'll just push that aside. The other is when I got asked to play a dance in Windsor, Ontario, and then they had a couple of gigs booked for me. So when I got there, one of the gigs was in Detroit, and I'd never crossed the border to play with paperwork or anything before. I'd been across and I played the fiddle, but not for money, and just didn't know anything about it. Had no clue that it was even. I was just in my own little bubble. Anyway, so we're leaving in the car, and they're like, "Okay, now you don't say anything, and when we go across, I'm thinking what is happening?" And and we're gonna say we're going to my grandmother's in the nursing home, and you're gonna play her some tunes, and actually we did, so it wasn't really lying, but anyway, I was so worked up because I'm just not one to lie, basically. So anyway, but I didn't know why we had to, if that makes sense. So, and I was too worked up to ask. So I just was agreeing with everything, and we went to the border, and I was just sitting in the back sweating. And the next thing, we get this fella asking. They say, "Oh, we're going to my grandmother's," and we did. We got through, and I was like, "Oh, that was easy. What was I so worried about?" And we went to the grandmother's and played tunes, and then we went to the pub, and I got the fiddle out and realized I didn't have any of this gear that I need to make volume in the pub. And I realized I was so worked up, I just forgot everything. So anyway, this fella that was there, who I had met at the Red Shoe pub the summer before, said, "Oh, I live 5 minutes from here, I'll go get whatever." So he went home and got the stuff. I played the gig. It was great. The next day was the dance in Windsor. And so I didn't have to cross the border. And I knew that group of people who I'd met at the Red Shoe the year before were all coming to the dance. And so I was like, "Oh, I'm going to write him a tune to say thank you." So I wrote this reel, and I called my parents to make sure it wasn't copying anyone. And my dad said it sounded like a real John Campbell tune, which, not that it sounded like one of his tunes, but like something he would write. And I love John Campbell tunes. So I was like, wow, this is a good one, So got to the dance, told Mike, "I wrote you a tune to say thank you." And I was still embarrassed about what had happened the night before. And he says, "Oh," he was so happy to get it. And then he goes, "Oh, this is so nice, thanks." And I said, "I'll play it later." And then I said, "My dad says it's a real John Campbell tune." And he goes, "That's my uncle." I thought that was so cool because I didn't know that. Anyway, it was like one of those full circle things. That took a long time to tell, sorry. Anyway, I'm going to end this group with that tune. I don't know what's coming before it, but that will be the last thing I do. Maybe I'll start with... no, Old Faithful. Why not?
Wasn't that awesome? Great tunes, Andrea and Joelle. That was so fun. Did you write that Strass Bay too? Yeah, what's the name of that?